Let's solve part D now. So the insurance market is perfectly competitive, meaning that the premiums are actuarially fair. Now the insurance companies cannot determine whether these guys take precautions or not. What's going to be the premium? Is it optimal to buy the insurance? Well, let's see. Now, what did we see in the previous video? We saw that if the bamboo cutter buys an insurance, he will not take precautions. So he will not take precautions. With this in mind, the insurance company can anticipate this moral hazard behavior and charge the premium based on the probability of being bitten without taking precautions. And we know that probability. We saw it in the beginning of the question, somewhere over here, that without taking precautions, so no precautions, the probability of being bitten is 1/2, meaning that the expected value, the premium is going to be equal to the following. It would be, where was it? Over here, part D. The premium would be equal to 1/2 times the value of the loss, which would be 4. That's how much the insurance must compensate in case the guy gets bitten. So let me just write the highlight to understand what this premium is. This is probability of being bitten, meaning that the insurance must cover 4 euros. Insurance covers 4 euros. So that's the idea. A premium is the expected value of that loss. So if he gets bitten, he must cover 4 euros, and the remaining probability is that the guy does not get bitten and the insurance must not cover anything. So 1/2 times 0. This is the probability of not being bitten. So that's the scenario of not being bitten. Not bitten. Now, what's the result over here? Well, 1/2 times 4, that's going to be just 2 plus 0, so that's equal to 2. Now, what is the actual utility? What is the actual utility of the guy? Well, let's see. We know that the expected utility with taking insurance but no precautions, because remember, we saw in the previous video that the guy would not take precautions, would be the following. We have it over here. 8 times square root of 4 minus p. Let's just write it over. Let's just write it below and calculate. 8 times square root of 4 minus p. Now, with the premium in mind that we calculated, what is that number? Well, we would have 8 times square root of 4 minus 2. So that would be equal to 8 times square root of 2. 8 times square root of 2. And 8 times square root of 2 is equal to 11.3. So that's equal to 11.3, let's call euros worth of utility. 11.3. Now, is it optimal to buy the insurance? When we want to answer this question, we're comparing two cases, buying the insurance and not buying the insurance. Buying the insurance leads us to have no precautions and having a value of 11.3 in expectation. What would be the expected utility without insurance? That's something we did in part A or B, I think. Where did we do it? Over here, yes, in part B. So we saw that without insurance, right? Without insurance, that guy would take precautions. That's what we calculated, and the expected utility would be equal to 11 euros. So if he has no insurance, he would take precautions and he would get 11 euros worth of utility. So the expected utility with no insurance would be equal to 11 euros, and what we can see is that this insurance makes the guy better off. The expected utility increases. So yes, it is optimal to take it. Hope this makes sense. In the next video, we go to part E.